Welcome to another edition of Chats Nats. Today is Tuesday, March 13th, 2007. Yes, I changed the name. Apparently That's Nats was already taken. It's okay. I like this better.
We're going to give you a tour, a computer-generated tour through the entire ballpark today, particularly the premium areas.
Well, no we're not. Because, see, I didn't get a copy of the tour in digital format. They were handing out beta tapes, but I don't have a beta tape player. I thought those were out a long time ago, but apparently they're used in the news industry. So if you want to see the tour, log on to NBC4.com. They have a video of it there, or watch the news. Generated tour was very cool. They even had people and fans standing around in their Nats gear as if you were walking past them in these luxury suites in the President's Club. The neatest thing about the President's Club is that it'll have windows so that you can watch the batting practice in the tunnel. Can you imagine a bunch of fans standing at the windows leering at the players as they're trying to get ready for a game? I mean, not that we would do that or anything. One interesting feature of the suites is that they have Wi-Fi access. Now, what kind of nerd wants to get on the internet at a baseball game? I mean, really. And of course, one of the unique features that makes this DC's very own ballpark are the cherry blossoms scattered around the field, most prominently the grove in left field. President Stan Kasten did say that fans seated in the seating bowl will not be able to see the parking garages beyond the outfield. Also, fans seated in the upper decks will be able to see both the Capitol building and the Washington Monument. And speaking of the parking situation, RFK is famous for its fantastic tailgating. So, given the constraints around the new stadium, I asked Kasten if there would be anything else for fans to do.
Since parking will be limited and public transportation encouraged, what kind of fan features will be outside the stadium for groups to get together before games?
Okay, we're going to have some inside our boundaries, but I have to remind everyone, what we didn't get was a gigantic, expansive space. People have told me this is the third tightest footprint in baseball. I believe it. We don't have a lot of extra space. We had to spend money to move this concession stand, which turned the corner here, back out this way, so we had this free space on two levels. For instance, it's just one structural thing we had to do, because we did want that kind of space. Now, up Half Street, I know Monument has plans to someday make that a festival area, and I can't really speak to all of the things going on outside the park. One thing we've talked about, though, is maybe taking the top level of the garages here, which is only 4 stories, which, by the way, you cannot see when you're sitting in the ballpark. You can't see them at all. You could have seen a 13-story building. You can't see this building at all from inside the park. And maybe that rooftop is gonna be available, like the areas around Wrigley. You know, we've talked about that. We thought about that. But inside the park, we're a very tight footprint. When we started, we remain a tight footprint.
Like Wrigley. Roof of the parking garages. That's pretty cool. I like that idea. Meanwhile, spring training is still going on and cuts are being made on a more regular basis. But I'm about out of time for this episode, so we'll get to that another time. Meanwhile, however, I've had a request from someone from Ryan Wagner's hometown who wanted a video clip of Wagner. So here you go.
I like the way you move.
Did you mean you wanted to see him pitch? Well, he didn't pitch my last day at spring training, but I will be returning on March 24th, so stay tuned for more Chat Snats goodness. Until then, I'm Miss Chatter, your host, signing off. Bye-bye.
Anybody else? Okay, great. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, go ahead.